Yo, what's up? What a huge weekend with everything. Eminem drops an album. The king of hip hop, the king of mixed martial arts, Conor McGregor does his comeback, has his comeback fight after a 460-day hiatus. Holy shitballs. What a freaking weekend. So amazing. You get I love weekends like this. I mean, I'm in the middle of moving and I was gonna wait to start doing reactions. It was the plan. I have a professional setup that I have and like the mics and everything. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just throwing myself in the fire. You know what I mean? And holy to frickin' Lido. What a weekend. So I'm not covering music. I've done a bunch of them while I move. I'll like pack, move, and then I'll do like, since this M thing dropped, Music to Be Murdered By, I've been covering that, but I have to cover this fight. I love the UFC. I love all body movement from b-boying, popping, dance, gymnastics, fighting, anything, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, kickboxing, you name it. I just think body movement and learning how to use this thing is crazy, and that goes to fighting. And so I could not cover this fight. And we all know, unless you live under a rock, the fight lasted 40 seconds. That's bananas. So they posted it on YouTube, and I'm gonna watch it with y'all because it's 40 seconds of your life. So let's just go. I've watched this thing a few times, and every single time I kind of lose my mind. So this would be my first. That's the way to kick it off. Your very first reaction to a fight is a Conor McGregor return. Cause say what you will, there's just special people out there like Eminem, in all different realms. They're just special people. They just have this thing that lives in them, you know, like the Michael Jordans and the frickin', cause they're, this is wild. Let's go. Cerrone! And you gotta root for Cowboy. I mean, the dude is a soldier, a warrior. And Conor McGregor. I mean, all these fighters are warriors. You can tell. Oh, Conor runs in and throws that Louis. I mean, he's like, okay, Masvidal, you got the knee, I got this cannon. And he comes, if it connects, it didn't. I think he kind of got him with a little bit of a knee. And then Cowboy's like, oh shit, gets him in a clinch. Boom, boom, boom. Goes in. So Cowboy Cerrone gets him in a clinch, and his head's on Conor's left side. Conor comes to the left. Boom. He is jumping off the ground. Collarbone, shoulder, drilling him. The first one kind of under his chin a little bit. Then the second and third got his nose and his eye. I've never seen anyone. I've seen shoulder strikes, but not with this like ferociousness and velocity on them. Like the power that came up is, it's insane. I mean, it rocked him. It broke his nose. And then he tried to knee him in the head. Separation. Got him with the uppercut. Okay. Cerrone is, oh shit. He kind of lunged. His IQ and body movement, like the thing about he's so bright. Like when he's fighting you and he sees an opening or whatever, he is just gonna, he gets you with so much stuff. Like he's always doing his right up. So you have to respect it because he can hook you, he jab you. So you have to pay attention to it. So he's doing this, and then he comes up under, hits him with the uppercut. Cowboy's like, oh shit, let me get some separation. Cowboy throws his right, he blocks it, and then let's see what happens. Oh shit. He blocks it, and then he steps in and he's like this, and you have to pay attention to his right. So dude goes to block with his right, it opens up his left side, which Conor's a lefty. He comes in with his left, and he thinks he's going to the body. So Cowboy's like this, blocking his right, drops his left hand, because he thinks he's going to the body, swims that foot right over and catches Cowboy in the left, right in the face, but just with his toes. If he gets him in that with the whole foot, it's probably curtains. But he gets him with the toes, which is still a lot of power, you know, just like hitting a baseball with the end of your bat, you know, not the dead end, but I mean, clips him, and it looks like it's curtains. So he just hit him with that. Oh my God! So Cowboy is falling. Just look up on your YouTube. He loads up that left and is crushing homie with it. It is, it's nuts. Gosh dang. Conor, dude, if you're going to come back, I know everyone that did the pay-per-view and paid that money, they wanted to see a war. But honestly, when you see something that special, who gives a shit? I'm glad I slept through it and then woke up and was like, oh, 40 seconds? I thought Cowboy would have a little bit better of a plan, but when you fight against such an aggressive human being like Conor, he's like, he knows what's up. That dude's fought at 145, 155, 2 times at 170, won 1, lost 1. And these guys are, I mean, that's 25 pounds. Like, his walk around weight isn't even really it's right around 170, but he doesn't even weigh like he weighs 168, maybe. And so all these dudes that like, they cut weight, like Cerrone was probably 180 plus fighting against him. But he's a madman. And like being on that layoff, he lost to Mayweather, and then he lost to Khabib. The dude, after he won 100 milli against Mayweather, went and fucked off and was getting hammered and partying his ass off and just being a lunatic. And he realized what got him there was fighting. So he had to go back in and be like, yo, I mean, he had Tony Robbins in his corner, and I'm not joking. He went and met with Tony Robbins. If Tony Robbins can't get your mind right, no one can. That dude is he's a guru. Like, he's a guru. But Tony Robbins came in after the KO and like hugged him. I mean, Conor's a smart guy. He's like, oh shit, I've got all this money now. All my visualization, manifestation got me so far. I brought it all to fruition, and now I'm flushing it down the toilet. It's not like he's going to lose it all, but he started his whiskey company, August McGregor clothing, you know, the suits, the whole nine, Mac Life. He's done all these things. And then like, but if you're not the dopest fighter on the planet, which got you there, then that all kind of dwindles, because you have to, what got you all that was being, quote unquote, the king of the MMA world. And when you're not in the good eyes of the globe, that shit, you know, when you start off as a golden boy, I mean, the dude was collecting welfare 6-7 years ago as a plumber, and they was like, bro, get in the gym and focus on this shit. You're something special. And he did. And he was like, okay, I'm all in. He goes all in, and look what happened. Household name. Global phenom. He fought Mayweather, and he won rounds. And he had 10 weeks to train for it. That is insane. That's insane. It takes 10 years to train for Mayweather. 10 weeks. But he got papered up, lost his mind, went off the deep end, and then he was like, people were like, yo, bro. And he knows this. And he was like, oh, wow. And at least he had the sense to be like, I'm messing up bad. I need to get some control. And martial arts is the way to do it. It wears you out. It keeps you focused. And now, look, here we are again thinking, man, if this man stays focused, he's so special, you know? And I'm not going to lie, like 3.5 to almost 4 years ago, I started, I was going through some serious trials and tribulations in my life. And I was like, yo, I've got to turn it all around. So I lived in the gym every day. Like, I would not leave the gym unless I was drenched in sweat. I would watch Conor McGregor, and he would talk about all the things that I was looking at, like visualization and manifestation, and like bringing your dream to life and doing all the work that it takes, but knowing that you can get there. Not this, like, I mean, that's just, some people just inspire you. And he was definitely one of them, but he was speaking my language because it was all the stuff I was looking up. It's like, yo, I've got to rewire this brain and change my receptors in my brain to get me to where I need to be, because I'm not where I want to be, you know? And I need to change everything, to change my personality, to change all these things because they affected everyone in my life, like how I was. And I'm not, like, I remember the first fight I watched Conor fight, and then they was giving his backstory and everything, and I was like, man. And then I started looking him up on YouTube, and I was like, man, that's pretty inspiring. And here we are. And he's went from the top of the mountain to not all the way down, but now he's back, and holy shit, what a freaking weekend. Eminem surprise album. Conor McGregor 42nd ass whipping of Cerrone. And man, hats off to Cerrone, because that dude, I don't want to really call, I think when you call someone a journeyman, I think that's, I don't like that, because that dude is a warrior, and he's been in there, and he doesn't give a shit. The dude fights more than anyone. 4 fights in a year, that's just crazy. The dude's a soldier, he's a trooper. And I think how Conor handled himself this weekend is the way he should. But man, you can tell that he has this animal inside him that he just has to contain. You know, he let it shine a little bit after he won. He was like, yeah, he talked that shit, because he's an animal. He's a wild dude that with all this charisma and like just ferocious energy. And you could tell that, of course, he's got to be on his P's and Q's, man. The dude like smacked an old man up in a bar. He's getting fights with the Irish mafia or mob. He's doing this, he's doing that. People are like, yo, Conor, you're kind of being a giant piece of shit, dude. Of course he's going to come out and, you know, PR the shit out of it and be on his P's and Q's and just be like, yeah. And he has to be. But I honestly like getting with Tony Robbins and all these other people and finally realize, I mean, coming up, yeah, he was a good dude. He would just call it how he is. But if you're in the UFC, every time after the fight, he would hug him, you know, do everything, like give him all the praise in the world. That's where his sportsmanship was good, right? But leading up to the fight, he's trying to sell those tickets. And so he's just a madman. But at the end, especially with Khabib, he was just way out of control. He was drinking fight week. He was drinking on Conan O'Brien. He's doing all these things. And but once you will that back and get him in a zone, he is a scary animal. And you know, he went right over and held Cerrone and was like, hugged his grandma. And Cerrone and his grandma and family, they know what the fight game is. You go out there, you're gonna try to like literally kill each other, and then hey, win or lose, good fight, man. I mean, we don't understand that. I mean, I've kickboxed and I've done competitive sports, but nothing like that, you know. So he gets it. It was 40 seconds. Out of 20 strikes, 19 hit. 95% strike accuracy. He missed his first punch because he was like, I'm going to Masvidal you. But it missed, and then he kind of got him with the knee. 19 out of 20 strikes he hits with. That's insane. All right, this is too long. Peace. What a year. It's going to be dope. 2020 is going to be sick. Peace.